2017 Wakakirri, it is The Search. What are we searching for? Story of the year. Because we've seen so many stories, so many schools this year in Wakakirri, we are looking for the very best of primary and secondary. The search is on and it's just about to finish. So we can't actually decide story of the year. Well, I can't do it by myself because I'm just not bright enough and I don't have like 8 eyes. But we do have some beautiful panel reps with me right now. We have Hannah Barnes, we have Petra Gleason, and we have Casey Burgess. These guys are amazing and they're my best friends and they're going to help us choose Story of the Year for primary and secondary.
The Secondary School National Challenge has 8 nominees. They were randomly put into 4 groups, A, B, C and D. From there, the panel will vote live for 4 finalists, then again for 1 Story of the Year winner.
And we have Riverside Christian College, Traralgon College, Mount Annan, am I saying that right? Mount Annan Christian College, Parafield Gardens High School, Ashdale Secondary College, Reservoir, or Reservoir, depending on where you're from, high school, Tuggerah, that's a great name for a kid, Tuggerah Lake Secondary School, and Caribou High School. That is our shortlist already with the secondary schools, but if you take a look at our primary schools, I'm not good with numbers, but we have over 1 billion.
The Primary School Challenge had 26 nominees nationally. The 26 schools were randomly put into 4 groups, A, B, C and D. The panel shortlisted 3 schools from each group prior to this episode, and those 12 schools will be announced shortly. From there, the panel will vote live for 4 finalists, then again for 1 Story of the Year winner.
That is a lot right there. So in front of your very eyes, shortlist this right now. Right, our shortlist is Encounter Lutheran College, St Mary's Catholic Primary, Berwick Lodge Primary School, St John Christian School, St Peter Apostle Primary, and St Thomas Aquinas. Yay! We love those guys. The Heights.
Yeah.
Chapel Hill State School.
Yeah.
Waniasa. Yay! Murray Grove Primary School, Randwick Public School, and Torrance Primary School. Look at that beautiful shortlist. That's amazing. It's time to start voting. And first up is Group A. In the primary school sector, we have Encounter Lutheran College. We have St Mary's Catholic Primary. We have Berwick Lodge Primary School. They are the first group of shortlists, and we're going to vote. First off, I think we should have a look at some of their performance. This one is Encounter Lutheran College from Group A. Beyond the Flame.
One small spark brought fire awake, winding like a small black snake. Fire flickered, fire crept, flames snickered, bushfire leapt. By Jackie French. Beyond the Flame depicts the emotional impact of a natural disaster, along with the gift of community who unite in heroic and humble response. St Mary's Catholic Primary School, The Gift of Sight, the Fred Hollows story. Fred Hollows was an Australian ophthalmologist who became known for his work restoring eyesight for countless thousands of people in Australia and many other countries. It has been estimated that more than 2 million people in the world can see today because of the initiative instigated by Hollows. Berwick Lodge Primary School, 96. The Hillsborough disaster of 1989 fatally took the lives of 96 Liverpool supporters in a human crush. It would take 27 years of fighting in the courts for the families of the victims to get justice and for the truth to be uncovered that the fans were unlawfully killed.
All right, how good was that? Guys, we saw 3 awesome schools right there. Petra, what did you think of Encounter Lutheran College with Beyond the Flame?
I thought it was terrific. I mean, great props and sets. It was total Australiana and some excellent teamwork there. It was a really, really well-polished piece. Such attention to detail.
I think the music was really good as well.
St Mary's Catholic Primary School, The Gift of Sight, the Fred Hollows story. Hannah, what do you reckon?
I think it was spectacular. Massive shout out for that turn of the boxes, the gifts, the turn to the eye, that was just
Gorgeous.
incredible. But as a whole, the performance was amazing, really good use of music and dance and putting it all together to tell that really important story.
Yeah, terrific tribute and salute to Fred Hollows.
And all the kids are so committed, especially the lead, such a good dancer.
Berwick Lodge Primary School with their beautiful story entitled 96. Casey, what do you think?
I think a super emotional story, very dramatic, the music, and a story I didn't know about. So I actually didn't read what the story was about before I watched it. I wanted to see if I could work it out, and I got it from beginning to end. I understood what was going on.
Yeah.
And a bit of a tearjerker.
Yeah.
And I think they've done a really good job.
Very well built, those scenes and the imagery in the middle when
So
the crowd work. It's fantastic.
Cool.
So mature too for these young people telling such a great story. Fantastic work, everyone. Now it is time to actually vote who is going through in Group A in the primary school challenge. This is very, very scary, very nerve-wracking. Casey, please reveal.
Tough one,
Yeah?
but I couldn't go past their amazing performance.
Berwick Lodge, very, very well done. Petra, who do we think? Berwick Lodge. That's 2 out of 3. That's already enough for me. But Hannah, out of curiosity, who did you go with? Berwick Lodge. Smiley face. There you go.
Yeah.
Of course, Berwick Lodge. Finalists. In Group B in the primary school section, we have St John Fisher Primary School, Tumby Umby, with Mr Huff.
Jill is having a bad day. Her sadness and worry manifests into a doomy black cloud. Mr. Huff. He follows her throughout her day, making everything feel challenging and difficult. Jill tries to get rid of him, but Mr. Huff just gets bigger and bigger. Then, they both stop, and something surprising happens. St. Peter Apostle Primary School, Mr. Huff. Mariah is having a bad day. Mr. Huff is following her around and making everything seem difficult. Mariah tries to get rid of him, but Mr. Huff just gets bigger and bigger. Then they both stop, and something surprising happens. St. Thomas Aquinas Primary School, Songs for a War Boy. From humble beginnings in Sudan as a 6-year-old boy and forced to march for Ethiopia, Deng Adut was indoctrinated as a child soldier. Wounded and smuggled out of Africa to Australia by his brother John. Here he learns to read, write, and he even graduated as a lawyer, and now fights to save others from injustice.
Written in your essence. It's all a test to see if you're made for it. So good.
Pressure's on, you feel it, but you got it all. Believe it when you fog it up. Oh, if you fog it up, someone
Ladies, they were great stories. We loved them all. Specifically, though, Casey, what did you think of St John Fisher with Mr Huff?
Well, hey, we've got 2 schools that have done the same story.
I didn't realise.
Depicted very differently. And what I loved about St John Fisher School, I mean, it's such a hard topic, and they've done it with such class, and the props and the costumes, they're really up to the game. It was a bit of a spectacular, and I think that the story they've touched on really, really well, and they were so committed that I think it was, bringing that story to life was really special.
St Peter Apostle also did Mr Huff, Petra.
Yes, and I think the point of difference between the two was the choice of using an ensemble team to build Mr Huff. So we had the single, and then we had the few, and then it became a bigger group, and we just know the feeling of that, voices in your head and shadows following you and that sort of feeling. So I thought that was a really clever idea, and the ensemble themselves and the choreography were fantastic. They were on point. They were really, really good.
St Thomas Aquinas Primary School. Songs for a War Boy, Hannah?
Yeah, it was a biographical story, if I'm going to say, like real life, so it's pretty...
It actually got an award for Best Biographical Story.
Well, there you go. No, I found it really, what was it, like hard-hitting. Like, I can't believe that people in this world go through that, and I sit at home, you know, with my morning coffee and have no idea. It was, they did it really well. I think they did it quite, what's the word, like...
Tastefully.
Thank you, James.
Yes,
I could taste it.
Yeah.
No, I do. I agree with you. I think they are so mature, all these performers, and they're telling these stories that we don't know about. And you're right, first world problems. We're sitting in a theatre watching things that are actually quite moving. All right, judges, who will be going through from Group B? Please reveal now. Go with St. Peter Apostle. One vote, St. Peter Apostle. Very well done. Petra.
Slightly the other way.
Oh, St. John Fisher.
Yeah, right, okay.
The deciding vote. Casey, what do we think? St. John Fisher. St. John Fisher School is now finalist. It is now time to find out who's going through the next round in Group A of the secondary schools. Who's going through out of Riverside Christian College and Traralgon College. Let's have a look at some awesome footage right now.
Riverside Christian College, the wall. An ongoing issue between two people is used to segregate a community. Family and friends are separated as the city is divided by a wall. Many protest against the construction of the wall. After many years, it is realised that the wall doesn't resolve conflict. Education, respect, and understanding does. Traralgon College, harmony. A land is discovered pristine and unknown. Friends love it so much, thus they build their homes. A city soon follows, animals leave. Nature suffers man's error indeed. Harmony is needed between earth and man. Stop, rethink, respect, and replan.
Awesome job in the secondary school challenge. Riverside Christian College. Hannah, what did you think?
I thought it was amazing. I really loved that shout out to that wrecking ball, because that was absolutely amazing. They coupled the soundtrack with the choreography and the movement. They really told that story really beautifully.
But what do we think of Traralgon College, Petra?
Terrific work, because it's just so beautiful. It's vibrant, it's happy, it's uplifting, and it reminds us we've got to take care of things, we've got to take care of the planet, and some beautiful ensemble work. Just the characterizations and the happiness and the joy that all the performers carry is really infectious, actually. Yeah, it was really lovely.
Okay, who is going through out of the secondary school Group A? Casey, what you got?
Alright, tricky. Both
Yeah, they were great.
bad. Here we go.
Riverside! Riverside Christian
Yep.
College. Hannah?
Oh yeah.
Riverside Christian College! Secondary school challenge Group B out of Mount Annan Christian College and Parafield Gardens High School. Let's have a look at some footage.
Mount Annan Christian College. The greatest gift you can give. In Australia, a mate is more than just a friend. Mateship is about respect, shared experiences, and support in life's challenges. Our story follows the lives of two mates in modern Australian society.
She was Nancy Mulligan, I was William Sheeran. She took my name and then we were one. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. Now I'm still
Parafield Gardens High School. Sam's story. In 2008, 17-year-old Sam Davis's life was tragically cut short. Sam's story highlights how a split-second decision can have a lasting impact on many lives. Inspired by the Sammy D Foundation, we hope to share their message and prevent alcohol-fueled violence in the lives of young Australians.
Fantastic stuff. Great job, secondary school challenge Group B. Parafield Gardens High School, which was Sam's story. What did we think, Petra?
Oh, what a great story and a terrific message. But the the wow factor and the amazing moment was when they went into that rewind.
Yep.
That was just such a surprise too. That was really cool. That was really cool. So I just thought it was gorgeous lighting, gorgeous choreography, terrific ensemble work. Well done.
Would you call it special effects, the rewind? It is a bit,
I think
right?
so. It's like live special effects, which proves, you know, for the purposes of Wakakirri, what you can do, even though they're allowed to use projection in the secondary challenge, that you can do it live on stage, just makes such an
Ups the
impact.
ante.
Yeah.
And they use microphones or like live, they used to speak but that's another added element in secondary school, which is always really cool to watch.
Yeah.
And we had Mount Annan with The Greatest Gift You Can Give. Casey, what did you think?
This one's just such a beautiful, heartfelt story, and I just can't go past partner dancing. Just something in me just thinks it's so cute, and it brings so much love. You can feel the whole theatre. I was on the side of stage with this one. You can feel the whole theatre start clapping, and I think the message of friendship and it's just so positive, and the music really captivated this one, I think, and the commitment from every student there. They looked like a really great team.
Yeah, agreed. They're telling a story about friendship and they look like they're very friendly on stage, right? They look like they're having a good time. Secondary School Challenge Group B, who is going through for you, Casey?
Okay, well I do love diamonds and shoes and bags, but the gift of friendship.
Oh, Mount Annan.
I'm with that. Great idea for a story. Really good.
Yes.
Yeah, trifecta.
Trifecta for Mount Annan. Diamonds are nice, bags are nice, gifts are nice, but friendship is the best gift of all. Wow, what an ep. Just a recap for everyone. Our finalists from the Primary School Challenge are Berwick Lodge Primary School. We should
Yeah.
we're not so good with that. We have St John Fisher School. Awesome. And then our finalists in our Secondary School Challenge are Riverside Christian College, Mount Annan Christian College. And as you can see, we still have some blank spots, which means you have to tune in tomorrow. Now, I couldn't have done this without my beautiful, beautiful panel reps. We have Casey, we have Petra, we have Hannah. Thank you guys so much for making the tough decisions. Tune in tomorrow where we will find out who our last finalists are, and then Story of the Year, the big one. We will see you soon.